Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HAIFAA AYUNI BINTI MUHADZIR. I'm from Bachelor of Engineering Mechanical Industry. Today, I would like to present my final thesis, which is the application of the statistical process control tools in metal stamping manufacture company. So I would like to recap the outline for today is first is objective, result and discussion and the conclusion. The first objective is to identify the type of defect that lead to the rejection of the LJ model in metal stamping company. Second objective is to propose improvement in the metal stamping company by implementation of statistical process control. So this is my methodology flowchart for the UGP1 and UGP2. So I will share you guys how I achieve this objective. So the first one is results. So this is the result that I collected at the metal stamping company. As you can see, I already ranking the type of defect to to create the Pareto chart, which is this one. And as you can see, the bill is the highest. As you can see at the Pareto chart, the bill is the highest defect in the company, and the second is scrap start, and the lastly is scrap. Why I choose the three is because from what I learned is actually is 80% of the Pareto chart in the for the type of this defect is actually the major problem in this company. Okay, next for the discussion. So I will start with the. You can see this is the bird at the tree, bird at the hall, and the cause of the bird. This is the one. This picture is for the guide for the guide for the workers to see which is the bird, how the bird is, so they can identify the defect in the part. So the cause is pressing punch wear and tear, upper and lower cutter wear and tear, pitch gap clearance between upper and lower die, housing die loose or half clearance with button die. So this is the cause and effect diagram that I create using the Minitab software. So the cause and effect diagram of bird defect we can categorize with six causes, six major causes. Start from measurement, materials, method, environment, man, and machine. So I will explain detail about this in the next slide. So for the measurement, the cause is wrong die setting. The reason is due mainly to the worker mistake while performing the die setting. It refers to the manual that already prepared by the supervisor. And I come up with the countermeasure with the proper control of die setting should be carried out by leader of the shift and checked by the supervisor. So the second one is materials. The cause is raw material grade. This is because mainly to the die and punch clearance, the thickness of the raw material relies on it. So it actually, for me, sometimes the raw material grade is really low, and it should be carried out for my countermeasure that I suggest is the research and development department should investigate the grade first so that it will not disturb the production when they have problem with the raw material. So for the next is method. First, handling part. The cause is handling part. The reason system is exclusively connected to the unit. Example from this is robot that handle the loading metal sheet. So the next is environment. So the identical cause is because of hot weather, dusty and humidity. So in this company, in the working space is really hot, and um, they not having a right air ventilation. So for my countermeasure, they should provide more. It's not the air conditioner. It's just a fans that every workstation have, so that when they do the work, they not feel hot and sweaty. First, it's for the workers. If they have problem with that, maybe it will probably problem with the quality of the production. The next one is man. The first one is fatigue, skill of operator, and operator awareness. So the reason is because they need to working for 8 to 9 hours a day, and they need to change the shift. They will cause the fatigue for the workers. So it might probably affect this. For the countermeasure for the fatigue, I think sometimes they need to have a rest. It's just maybe 50 to 50-minute rest before they continue their work, so they doesn't feel really tired and can focus to do the work. So the next one is scratch start. This is the picture where the bar is NG and OK. So if you look at the start one, they have something like dented here. So the cause is scrap material stuck and not released from the hole. So the next metal stamping um will be joining the other metal sheet and stuck there. And because of the heat, it will stick to the upper or lower die, and because the nickel is scrap material jump to part during process, instead dry surface not proper cleaning and stick at lower or upper die. So this is cause and effect diagram of the scratch start defect. First one is visual, measurement, material, method, environment, man and machine. And I will explain all this. The first, and for the machine, the scratch start because of first machine alignment, and actually it should be equal, which is the expected, and the both surface should be equal. So there will be no the scratch start in the upper or lower die, and the presto clearance between die and punch. And you can refer to the picture, and this is the clearance between die and punch that are not equal, and this one is not okay, and this one the equal clearance between punch and die, same. So the press alignment okay, will not cause the scratch start in the upper or lower die. The last effect that I will discuss with you is scratch. Scratch caused by lower or upper die wear and tear, rough area surface of die, incoming material from the supplier NG. The thickness of the forming is thin. This is cause and effect diagram of the scratch effect. The first, as usual, measurement, material, method, environment, man, and machine. A rough surface of light. So this one is must be because of carrying process. The process where the raw material inventory, logistic and part processor, the part will inevitable collide with the surrounding subject with scratches. There are several types of scratch solution produced during the handling process. Okay, in order to improve the operator sense of the key, the performance of a surface condition review of incoming material prior to the processing and refute unnecessary incoming materials. Use the trend controller show function in civilized manner shall allow the conductor to function in a civilized manner, shall treat the pieces gently, and shall not mount the workpiece. So the next is the raw material workpiece packing and transport shall be used by a cardboard. So before they transport the raw material, they should uh, use a cardboard to protect the surface of the part from the scratches, and it also should not drag the board, and they need to slowly transport by using a forklift. And it also prevent collision injuries between workpiece. And the next one is blanking process. As you can see in the picture, there are so many impurities in this machine and that will cause a scratch. And the countermeasure is check the surface of the incoming content before the processing. It is some the clutter white with a check gun and a rod, and check for iron particle in lower and upper portion dry until the dye is mounted. If there's some dirt, please clean it out. And check and clean the equipment regularly.
Forming and turning as the main motion. In the core part is turning the bending block and turning pivot. And when the brake is pressed down to the contact OP, continue move down, right, and the bending of block rotates. And due to this form of bending, there will be no relative speed of the surface in the workpiece and no indentation and brushing. And I recommend the first approach should be follow common scratches. So you can see how the rotating shaft should be worked in the metal stamping. So the conclusion is the case study is completed by using statistical process control. The objective of the study is have been achieved by identifying the type of defect that the rejection of HAIFAA model in metal stamping component. That I found that the three type of defect, which is burr, scratch out, and scratches, are the mainly major defect in this company, and I already proposed the improvement in metal stamping company by implementing of statistical process control. And I also already find the solution for the problem, which I suggested every single countermeasure that I already gave. And In order to achieve this purpose, my final thesis provided several major steps. Find problem and find the countermeasure solve for me. Thank you.